Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and I'm coming back to you today with another installment of my series entitled Don't Waste Your Corona Time, OneNote Law Firm Notebook Edition. And I just want to share with you just a few more of my productivity tips about why you should maintain a law firm OneNote notebook. And so I'm just going to go back into my OneNote sample law firm notebook so that I can just show you one more reason why you may want to consider moving your law firm files over to OneNote. Again, once you keep a note in OneNote, you never lose that note, and you can access that note anywhere you are. If you're in the grocery store, like I showed you recently when I talked to you about my OneNote Thanksgiving shopping list. And one of those reasons is that you can collect all of your files in one place, and you can make notes, the type of notes that you just can't make on paper. And so here I'm just going to demonstrate for you. I'm going back over into my Winters versus Ramirez automobile accident case file here. And so this is my desktop version here, but this is my notepad. I also have the ability to access this same notebook, as you know, on my cell phone. I'm going to use my notepad this time because I want to look at the actual case file. All right, so I'm going to go over here to my Winters versus Ramirez notebook, and I'm going to find my case file here. Okay, and so what I really want to do is I want to go to the diagram of that accident. And as you can see here, I have the ability to access this file on my desktop version, but right now I'm going to use my notepad version in the event that maybe I am not in the office and I may want to take a quick note. And what I have just discovered here about this case is that we are entering the last few weeks of the discovery period. And so it may be that I want to report back to the claims adjuster because I just discovered that in the last few weeks of the discovery period that the plaintiff does not intend to take the deposition of the eyewitness at the accident. And here is our eyewitness. So our eyewitness is here, Mrs. Oshima, okay? And at the time of the plaintiff's deposition, she revealed that Miss Oshima is her next door neighbor. So I find it very strange that the plaintiff is not going to take the deposition of Miss Oshima. And so I have contacted Miss Oshima to see if she will be available for me to take her deposition. And I had an opportunity to discover some very important information from my conversation with Miss Oshima. And so I may want to dictate a note while this information is fresh in my mind. And so I am going to go ahead and turn on my dictation so that I can have a note right here handy with my diagram. And then I am going to also include this diagram with my note when I send it to the claims adjuster. As you know, the discovery deadline is approaching in this case, period. It is my understanding that the plaintiff is not going to take the deposition of the eyewitness, Mrs. Oshima. As you know, Mrs. Oshima is the plaintiff's neighbor. I find it very unusual that the plaintiff does not want to take her deposition, period. New paragraph. New paragraph. Based on this discovery, I contacted Miss Oshima to see if we would be able to schedule her deposition, period. During my conversation with Miss Oshima, I discovered that it would be her testimony that she never saw the plaintiff take her feet off her pedals at the stop sign, period. You are aware that your insured had the right-of-way at the intersection and did not have a stop sign. Based on this discovery, I have scheduled Miss Oshima's deposition, and I wanted to discuss the authority to take Miss Oshima's deposition and possibly a video deposition, period. I feel that we could benefit from a cost-benefit analysis of whether we should take Miss Oshima's video taped deposition. I look forward to discussing these very interesting developments with you further, period. Now, also in OneNote, you have the flexibility of being able to also record a note in your client files as well. And so I can just also record a note here in my client files. So I'm going to go up here to the Insert tab, and I'm going to click the Audio Record feature here. I'm going to go ahead and move down a little bit in my note right here. Now when we're ready for our audio note, we can go up to the Insert tab, and then we can hit Audio. As you are aware, your insured was driving along on Main Street. You are also aware that the plaintiff was right here at the intersection. The plaintiff had a duty to stop. As you can see here on the diagram, the plaintiff had a stop sign here. And your insured had the right-of-way to move through Main Street with no stop sign. I look forward to discussing these details with you further. I will contact you to schedule a teleconference very soon. And then when you're finished, all you have to do is press stop. And so I can also access this note on my cell phone, as well as the audio note. As you are aware, your insured was driving along on Main Street. So now you just can't do this with your regular paper office files. OneNote gives you the versatility to collect all kinds of media. And so it might be beneficial to you to think about moving your office files over to OneNote.